The problem with THC, people don't talk about this much, but when you go to very high doses of THC, and we saw that in recreational cases where there was no supervision of doctors, there's a phenomenon that is chronic vomiting, very violent vomiting that can only be stopped by stopping cannabis, cold turkey and stopping cannabis. So it's not something that you'll see early. You'll see it maybe 10 years after using very high doses of cannabis, but it's something that a doctor is not going to see. He's going to prescribe a high dose of, let's say, THC, and then 10 years later, the patient may have, if they're still alive, hopefully, they may have some problems that they don't know what the cause of it. It could be because of the cannabis.
Yeah, exactly. And here we are touching a very problematic situation with the stigma of cannabis, because still we have the conception of the drug that this is something like narcotic, completely. The people, even patients and doctors, they are afraid that they will be dependent. So, first of all, what are the main side effects of the medical cannabis, or do we have any cases of, overuse of cannabis? How it is if the patient who is, for example, searching help of medical cannabis has a risk to be, dependent, or apart even the stigma that he will be afraid to be judged by the family and the society that he's like a, dependent drug using person. So what is your opinion here?
So first of all, it's very important to know that cannabis, as opposed to other drugs, does not cause death. I mean, there's no risk. There's no high dose that will cause any significant morbidity that's not reversible in cannabis. Even the vomiting that I mentioned, you just stop the cannabis and it'll go away. So there's no real risk to the patient as opposed to other drugs. We have any drug we prescribe could cause serious side effects, including death. That's not true for cannabis. So that's most important to remember, is that cannabis has effects. It causes dry mouth, for example, and there are solutions to that. It causes it could cause even psychotic event if it's used too early in age. So we want to start in people over 25, preferably. So we don't want to start with the young age. But besides those, and even that's reversible. So besides those side effects, I don't think there's any risk to cannabis. There's actually no risk to addiction in cannabis. The addiction we see is actually to the nicotine. People that combine cannabis with nicotine when they smoke, they're actually addicted to the nicotine, not to the cannabis. And there's work that was done by many researchers showing that using cannabis reduces addiction for other much more aggressive and potent drugs like opiates. We see that in the states that started using cannabis, the prescription and the usage of opiates went down. So the addiction to other drugs is actually less than to cannabis.